as I have just said that sublimation is a very important point, important note. There are lots of different examples too. There are another example, camphor. Okay, so camphor gets the direct solid to gas state without having the liquid state. Now, what is exactly science behind that? There is some science as ice to liquid to gas. Ice can, that means water can have 3 different states, and previous session we have just learned that there are 3 states. But why? What is happening here in case of camphor or in case of naphthalene? Some science behind this. This is a science on the basis of 2 terms, very important term, students, that is 2 terms, that is pressure and temperature, the 2 main terms that the interchanges between states are happening. So 2 terms, that is one is temperature normally caps T, and second one is pressure, that is normally P. So these are most important term of this matter or particle, right? So first of all, temperature. Why temperature? Previously, in the previous lesson I have just discussed that there is a basis of temperature, because from the fridge you are taking the ice into the beaker, right? So you are changing the temperature, because we all know that in the freeze there are lots of decreased temperature, lots of falling temperature, less temperature, right? 0 degree, -5 degree or something else, right? So but when you take this ice into your normal situation, means normal situation now the temperature is like 23 degree, 25 degree centigrade, right? So from 0 to 25, that means the increase of temperature, right? So increase of temperature gives you the ice to water. That means when you increase the temperature, you can get the changes of the states from solid to liquid. After some time, when you put that water over the oven or some burner and give some heat means greater the heat, greater the temperature, and you are giving lots of temperature on the water and it will gives you the vapor or gas. So increasing of by temperature you can get for solid, then liquid, then gas. So on this basis temperature is very crucial. On the opposite side there is a pressure term. Normally pressure, you can't sensitize that pressure on the liquid. We can easily sensitize the pressure, effect of pressure on the basis of gas. Like if we take a beaker full of beaker and there are lots of particle. You can see there is if we take a beaker and there are lots of open beaker and lots of particles. You can see the color particle, just assume that. If there is a tight container, closed container, and the number of particles are same now, right? There is no out of the particles and in of the particles. So after some time you put some piston or the pressure, some piston or pressure, you are just putting some pressure over this like this downward side and pushing this. After some time, if we give the pressure to this, you can easily move the piston downward level. So after some time, if there is a number of, let 10 number of particles here, and after pushing the 10 number of particles are here. So after first of all, if there is a 10 centimeter height of the beaker, and now this is a 8 centimeter height of beaker, let us assume. So after in a 10 centimeter beaker there are 10 number of particles, but now there are 8 centimeter beaker and 10 number of particles. So what is happening? After giving the pressure, and the pressure is high. So after giving the pressure, the concentration or the close or the density, very important term, density of that gaseous particle increases. So density means, it is a very important term. What is density? Density means condensation. Condensation. If there is a, in your school, in a classroom, there are 10 students. After in a specific exam time, lots of student comes, right? So on the place of 10 students, if there is a normal class, no exam, so 10 student comes, so there is a 10 benches and student want to sit alone, so there are individual bench, there are one student left, right? But in a exam time, lots of students and the capacity of the class is 50, so you can see the per bench you have to sit, you students you have to sit per bench 5 students, so the concentration of the students increases and that means the condensation and that means the density, and density in a scientific term, means M by V. This is a very important term. Density, D for density, M means mass and V for volume. So elaborately said that density is equals to mass by volume. So in the unit volume, the mass can give you the proper dense material. There is an important term, physical change and chemical change. So what is physical and chemical change? We have to summarize that. Physical change means when there is states change, like ice to water, water to vapor. This is a physical change. Physical change means we can readily get back the process, the compound or the product previously, so we can easily get back by the physical change, right? But in case of chemical change, we can't get back the process in a simple one. So this is the physical change and the chemical change, right? So in case of physical change, there are lots of examples, salt sugar solution and the previous separate solution. But in case of chemical change, like if in case of physical change, NaCl plus water, simple. Physical change, we can get back NaCl from water by the evaporation or separation or something else. But in case of chemical change, we can NaCl plus H2SO4, right? So it will not give some product. It will give you some product, but you can't easily get back from this product NaClH2. So simple example is 2H2 plus O2 gives you the 2H2O. H2 plus O2 you can't mix it normally, you have to go through some specific process and gives you the H2O, and after getting the H2O we can't easily find the H2O2. After, if this happened, there is no problem of lack of the oxygen yet. So there are lots of water, we can easily differentiate and separate out from the H2O and give the O2, but this is not a proper easy process. So this is the chemical change, and chemical change, basic difference between physical change and chemical change is after physical change we can get back these, but after chemical change we cannot get back the proper previous source of that material. And further one is, after the physical change we can feel the source. That means in case of NaCl water, if you taste the NaCl water, you can find what is NaCl water and which one is sugar water, and you can taste with your tongue. But in case of NaCl or H2O2, we cannot find the availability of H2 and O2 in case of H2. If this happened, so then when we enter our head into the water, we can't die. So we can breathe. So this is the different thing. So this is the chemical change, and this is the basic difference between the chemical change and physical change. Okay, thank you so much.